Waters World is on tonight.
At what point does this become dangerous? People are emboldened by the actions of this administration.
The reporters, journalists are enemies of the state. Someone is going to do something violent against journalists in a large way.
They can dish it out, but they can't take it. The mainstream media crying about their safety. Tonight, the incredible double standard revealed. And crying Chuck's at it again, asking for a seat at the table to fix Democrats' health care disaster.
A lot of talking. He just doesn't seem like a serious person.
Who's right? Mark Levin says neither, and he's here with a message from the American people. What year did we declare our independence?
1984.
Way off. In honor of this holiday weekend, a Waters World classic that won't make you proud to be an American. It all begins right now. Welcome to Waters World. I'm Jesse Waters. Do or die on health care, that is the subject of tonight's Waters Words. While the Republican Party is focused on doing what's right for the American people, saving the country from the Obamacare death spiral, the Democratic Party is focused on dying. When the race card and the gender card stop working, the left plays the death card. But when you're dealing from the bottom of the deck, sometimes you get busted.
These cuts are blood money. People will die. Let's be very clear. Senate Republicans are paying for tax cuts for the wealthy with American lives.
People need kidneys, it's sad but decreed, yet the senator's hoarding one more than she needs. I offer this bill and I hope you'll vote aye, unless of course you just want people to die. Traffic deaths have many crying with fear. Over 30,000 people are dying each year. This modest change I propose must be applied, unless of course you just want people to die. Alcohol deaths are exceeding comparisons. Black people, white people, Native Americans. We need to ban alcohol. It can't be denied, unless of course you just want people to die.
It's hard to take the party of death panels seriously when it comes to healthcare. And Donald Trump agrees. Here's what the president said when Democratic Senator Minority Leader Chuck Schumer finally offered to help the Republicans repeal and replace Obamacare.
Got to find out if he's serious. He hasn't been serious. Obamacare is such a disaster, such a wreck. And he wants to try and save something that's really hurting a lot of people. It's hurting a lot of people. He'd have to be very, very serious. You know, he's done a lot of talking, bad talking, and he just doesn't seem like a serious person.
He's exactly right. The Democratic Party lied to the country about keeping their health care, raised their premiums, raised their taxes, botched a website, wasting billions on a health care takeover that collapsed in just a few years. Why should the American people trust Democrats on health care? They had their chance and they blew it. But the fake news media will not tell you that. Instead, they lie and they spin.
The Senate health care bill is in a politically induced coma, an embarrassing setback for the GOP leadership.
Tonight, the math is getting worse, not better.
Mounting internal resistance and a sobering official estimate of how many Americans could lose their coverage under the plan.
Newsflash, when the government stops forcing people to buy health insurance, less people will buy health insurance. Here's a look at the way we think the mainstream media headlines would look like if this was a Democratic health care bill. You ready? Massive tax relief for middle-class American families. $700 billion in tax cuts. New health care bill gives people choice. So is the Republican health care bill perfect? Of course it isn't. Is it better than Obamacare? Of course it is. So now it's do or die for Senate Republicans. Charles Krauthammer explains the stakes.
This is really a test of the Republic. If the Republican Party, the conservative party in the country, is not able to pass this, which is essentially about entitlement reform, if it can't do that, then we have no hope of reforming entitlements.
So we will see if Republicans can pass the test, and if they do, Democrats should be thanking them for fixing the system that they broke.